What is up, stock strategists, crypto connoisseurs, and technical traders? I'm going to get into Chargepoint and Volta today, and what I did with both stocks. I did sell a little bit off the top for both of them. You will see here at the bottom here, I sold 20 shares at $27 right about, and I was buying these back in the 19s, 18s, and 20s. Sold them off close to 27, and I'm going to go into the technicals and tell you where I would be looking to buy again. And I'm also going to be telling you where I would sell any more of my position here if we do run up. And I'm going to get into tomorrow what's going to go on with Volta. We've got earnings. Let's get into this, guys. Now, first off, looking at Chargepoint here, I did see that we're getting overbought. We also did gap up. So I will be looking to come down here, buy around. If it can come down under 25, I would consider starting to build out my position back to the original amount of shares, maybe even more so. But I would be looking to start at about 25. If it can come down even more, I will be buying very heavily though at 22 and under, okay? So I kind of doubt we're going to see anything under 20 again. Now, if you go back here, we did bounce off 20 almost every time, and then it didn't do that last time. Okay, I was actually surprised. Last time we did not bounce off 20, we actually just sold off. And we've been stair-stepping, coming up ever since. And of course, we had that gap up with the infrastructure bill and just all that euphoria on Monday. And of course, it came up so much, it became overbought. Looking at the RSI, and we just started to sell off a little bit. I decided to take some profits on Friday at the end of the day, and I got lucky with that. You know, I can't predict anything, but I said, hey, I'm going to take some profits here. We did run up quite a bit from that $19-20 range, and I figured why not take some profits off the table. So the 60 shares I have in that one account, that's not all I have. I also have another account, my IRA, with a couple of shares. And I've also got some calls on webull, as well as all my Volta shares are on webull. But I did sell some Volta as well. But basically, moral of the story here with Chargepoint is I'll be buying from 25 down, but I will just be slowly adding at 25 and 24, and then adding more heavily if it can come down more. And if it doesn't, and it just starts blasting off, and I'm only able to build up another 10, 20 shares in that time, you know, that's fine, because I have enough of a position that I will be able to enjoy those nice gains, take some more profits. Maybe we'll work our way towards 30, and I'll consider taking some more profits off the table. But we do have earnings here coming up in I believe it's in December. So until then, I could see this potentially kind of being a little range bound, not knowing what it's doing. You know, maybe bouncing around from about 28 to like 24 possibly. You know, I could definitely foresee that happening. But it was nice that we had a pullback, because you will see, you know, the technicals are starting to work more in its favor. But that's just what I'm doing with Chargepoint. If I can see it come back, I mean, it does look like this could become a base. That 24, that maybe the $24 range could be a floor. We don't know what's going to happen exactly. I don't have a crystal ball, but I will be buying this if it can pull back just a little bit further. But very happy with my luck on this one. And now looking at Volta, I did take some profits, not at the very top in the 12s. I did take some profits in the mid 11s. So I started taking some profits there when I started seeing it come down. And, you know, if for this one, I definitely want to see it pull back under $10 before I'd think about buying. And that's just my thoughts with that. Now, earnings is tomorrow after the bell, okay? So tomorrow I could potentially see this kind of trading downwards. And, you know, just people speculating that, oh, how are their earnings going to be? There might be a little nervousness in the market here. You know, keep in mind, we also are, we have been gapping a lot. Now, we gapped up insanely on the infrastructure bill news, and we just had a huge run, you know. And keep in mind, this is another theory that I'm going to bring to you here. Now, earnings is coming up tomorrow, right? So they are expecting negative 15 cents earning per share and a $10 million revenue. Now, say they do beat their revenue, all right, even if they do, I see the upside potential maybe being $13, $14 at the most, okay, but I think even if they do slightly beat their revenue, or if they just nail it right down, maybe slightly miss it, I think this will probably trade downward. Keep in mind, guys, this was only, what, not even like 2 weeks ago that this was trading at about $7, so we're about 75% up from where we were just a couple weeks ago. So I personally would definitely be waiting for this one to cool down. You know, as it comes up higher and higher, there's just more people on that other side of the line ready to sell and take some profits, you know, as the movement goes up and up, you get people coming from that bull side over to the bearish side, and I'm becoming one of them. If this can come up a little bit more, like over to 12 again, I would consider trimming even more off. But you know, when you look at the RSI, we are still a little bit overbought. So that for that reason as well, I mean, you know, you look recently and we're cooling off here. We're kind of resetting. But I would personally just you know, I would be patient and I would wait to see this come down at least towards the 10s. If you don't have a position, consider maybe starting in the 10s. You know, I'm no financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do, but me personally, I would be looking to buy this under the 10s because I already have a decent position size. And even what I trimmed off, I still have more than 50% of what I have left. You know, I have probably 60-70% of what I actually started with. So I'm not nervous if I see it coming up to 12 to take a little bit more profits and be ready to buy if it can come down. Now, if earnings misses and if they only miss by a little bit, but it sells off considerably, I will be buying this heavily if it can come down to say 9, maybe the low 8s, mid 8s. This is the zones where I'd be looking for this to buy. So just keep in mind, guys, you definitely want to tune in to the earnings, listen to the earnings call. I'll definitely be listening to that tomorrow, and I will give you guys what I think tomorrow based on their earnings. And I might give you like an update on CleanSpark or one of my other favorite stocks. But as for all those, you know, I've just been holding, like, you know, CleanSpark, Indie, some of my favorites. I've just been writing those and holding, but I'm not scared to take profits if they ever hit new highs or, you know, just go too far too fast. Once they start looking maybe a little overbought on the technical side of things, sometimes it's not a bad idea to take some profits off the table. But that's basically all I got for you guys today. Just a quick upload, just a quick update here on, you know, my EV charging plays. They have been running a lot lately, and I'm just not going to be scared to take profits. Now, what are you guys doing with these plays? Do you have another EV charging stock that's your favorite? Let me know in the comments below, and I will look into that. I know Blink's another one that people like. Also, EVgo, Wallbox, other charging, like in-home charging. So there's definitely a plethora of stocks there to look into. But Chargepoint and Volta have been my favorites, and I've been, you know, just watching both of these for a while now. Chargepoint more so because Volta is a little bit newer. But that is all I got for you guys, and I hope you have a great week. See you guys on the next one.